What's up, everybody? This is Talkative Carl. We're back playing some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist. I was planning on starting part one of playing around with my favorite archetypes, but I figured that I want to try out like this Ultra Athletes cards. Apparently I got, well, there's not much support in general, so I managed to double check the game, and I had at least whatever that was available as far as like the archetypes or support cards in the game. So I did some research, and then assembled a decent enough deck to try them out, and included at least a couple of cards that might fit into the sports theme. So it's kind of like some kind of Space Jam type of set of cards here. Everybody get up and start to slam now. Okay, so we'll do here. Oh, I want to go through what I researched so far as like what cards that could be included in this game. Magnum Shield is a part of that, but let's start here. Shuffle Reborn. If you control no monsters, target one monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but its effects are negated. Also banish it during the end phase. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one card you control, shuffle it into the deck, then draw one card. Also during the end phase of this turn, banish one card from your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. Star Blast. Pay any number of life points in multiples of 500. Reduce the level of one monster you control or that is in your hand by one of each 500 life points you paid until the end phase. Transmogrify. Send one face-up monster you control to the graveyard. Also summon from your deck one monster with the same type and attribute as the monster in the graveyard, but one level higher. You can only use this effect once per turn. Okay, here we go. UA Powered Jersey, or Ultra Athlete Powered Jersey. Equipped only to a UA monster, it gains 1000 attack and defense. Also, if it battles an opponent's monster, any battle damage it inflicts to your opponent is doubled. If the equipped monster destroys the monster by its attack, it can make a second attack during this battle phase. During your second standby phase, banish the equipped monster. This card is sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster returned to the hand. You can return this card to the hand. UA Signing Deal. Also summon one UA monster from your deck, but its effects are negated. Also, it cannot be used as a synchro or exceeds material for a summon. Then you lose life points equal to the level of the monster you special summon by this effect times 300. You can only activate one UA Signing Deal per turn. UA Stadium. If a UA monster is normal summoned to your side of the field, you can add one UA monster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn, if a UA monster is special summoned to your side of the field, all monsters you currently control gain 500 attack until even if this card leaves the field. UA Turnover Tactics. If you control two or more UA monsters with different names, shuffle as many monsters on the field as possible into the deck, then special summon UA monsters from your deck that have different names from each monster up to the number of cards shuffled into your main deck, but those monsters cannot attack this turn, and your opponent can special summon monsters from their deck up to the number of cards shuffled into their main deck. You only use this effect once per turn. Battleguard Howling. When a warrior type monster you control is targeted for an attack or by an opponent's monster effect, target one face-up monster your opponent controls. inflict damage to your opponent equal to the original attack of the face-up monster you targeted with this card, and if you do, return it to the hand. Battleguard Rage. Activate this card by targeting one warrior type monster you control against 1000 attack. Monsters destroyed by battle with it are returned to the hand instead of going to the graveyard. When that monster leaves the field, destroy this card. Copy Knight. When a level 4 or lower warrior type monster is normal summoned to your side of the field, special summon this card as a normal monster with the same name and level as the normal summon monster. Desperate Tag. A face-out attack position monster you control is destroyed by battle. During damage calculation, you can reduce the battle damage from this battle to 0 and special summon one level 4 or lower warrior type monster from your hand at the end of the damage step. Goes in match. Each player can only control one attribute of monster, then all other face-up monsters they control to the graveyard. Mischief of the Gnomes. This turn, reduce the levels of all monsters in each player's hand by 1, even if they are summoned or set. You can banish this card from the graveyard. This turn, reduce the levels of all monsters in each player's hand by 1. Rivalry of the Warlords. Each player can only control one type of monster, then all other face-up monsters they control to the graveyard. UA Penalty Box. At the start of the damage step, if your UA monster battles an opponent's monster, you can banish that opponent's monster until your opponent's second end phase. You can only use this effect once per turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add one UA spell card from your deck to your hand. UA Block Backer. This card is reminiscent to a football player or a linebacker. You can special summon this card from your hand by returning one UA monster you control to the hand, except UA Blocker. You can only special summon UA Block Backer once per turn this way. Once per turn, when your opponent special summons a monster, you can change their battle positions, and if you do, negate their effects. For this moment forward, I'm going to mention the same UA special ability. Alright. UA Dreadnought Dunker, a basketball player. You got a typical UA special, but its unique ability: if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can target one card on the field, destroy it. UA Goalkeeper, a soccer player. Once per turn during your opponent's turn, you can target one UA monster you control. Once during this turn, it cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. This is a quick effect. UA Minefielder, another soccer player. Its unique effect: during either player's turn, you can target one other UA monster you control, return that face-up monster to the hand, then special summon. Then special summon one UA monster from your hand with a different name from that monster. UA Mighty Slugger, baseball player. If this card attacks your opponent, cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. UA Perfect Ace, a picture, and this is like a batter picture. Once per turn during your opponent's turn, when a card or effect is activated, you can discard one card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. This is a quick effect. UA Playmaker, I believe this is a quarterback. When another UA monster you control declares an attack, you can have this card lose exactly 800 attack, and if you do, your attacking monster gains 800 attack. UA Rival Rebounder, another basketball player. If this card is special summoned during your opponent's turn or normal summon, you can special summon one UA monster from your hand or graveyard except Rival Rebounder. You can only use this effect once per turn. Okay, and everything else feels like warriors, because the UA, apparently the UA theme relies on making sure you normal summon enough cards on the field to allow for the special summon of the others. And UA Stadium is kind of critical. Possibly, at least by the end of the month, I will start the favorite archetypes videos. Shoot. Just checking. Okay. I was hoping for UA Stadium. Hope he doesn't have another swords. Shoot, I was kind of hoping my perfect ace would negate that trap when it didn't do anything, because it had to be on the side of the opponent. Another Wabaku. God. I mean, the UA cards doesn't seem too shabby, but I just wish they had more support. Maybe soon Konami will make some new support for the UA people, because it doesn't seem too shabby. Okay, might be a little tricky. 8. Oh. One. Yeah, how it feeling? Oh boy. Probably didn't have to sacrifice all those life points. I thought that was special summon him, not normal summon. Gonna hop on to like Ghost of Tsushima DLC right after this. I'm gonna do maybe like one or two more, probably just one more match after this. Man, that Shang-Chi movie is so good. I did a spoiler review video of it, so you can check it out on my channel, YouTube channel, when you get a chance. Cannot wait for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel coming out. I don't know when. I know it's this year, but I mean some point in the next month or two, hopefully. Make sure I get enough cards to easily summon if I have to. I'm still binge watching some GX season 1. Maybe like, I don't know, by next Saturday I'll have a video, a spoiler review video ready for that. Should have costs down. And this deck, the thing is, it's heavily reliant on monsters you can normal summon a lot to allow for these UA monsters to be easily summoned to the field. Because if you negate that, you know, kind of negate their potency. And that field spell card UA Stadium is like heavily relying on making sure that you know, anytime it's summoned, you can get, anytime a normal summon of a UA monster occurs, then you get to grab from your deck another UA monster. Take out their field spell card or negate their ability to special summon or even normal summon, then this deck is pretty much like useless. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much the UA cards, so not too shabby. But anyway, it'll take a few minutes, but I'll get Ghost of Tsushima open running, and I'll see you guys in a little bit.